Yeah, I remember when I was in my early teens in high school, going into my 20s. My mother would always say that she would always clown me because I like to eat ice cream, like butter pecans, like my favorite ice cream. And my mother would say, "You're too old to be eating ice cream," and that always baffled me because I always felt like age had absolutely nothing to do with it. It was all about how you felt about your life and yourself and your being and your presence.
Everybody is a star.
And I never think of myself as old. I think of myself as energy. I never say some 54-year-old guy, some 54-year-old guy is going to come to the ring. I always say some energy to come into the ring. I never think my age, because listen, before Julius Caesar, he told us that 365 days is a year. So we don't really know how old we are. So the energy makes us as old as we want to be. Without being what's that thing again when you're an old guy and you drive a little young guy sports car? What's that mean? My wife always says I'm that way.
Midlife crisis?
Midlife crisis, yeah. I don't think it's a midlife crisis with me. I just think it's my ego, and my ego tells me to do things that I'm afraid to do.
All right, cool. So what's up, y'all? Antonio Starr here. I'm the founder of the First Generation Millionaire Clothing Brand and First Generation Motors, so many other things. And this is another clip from Mike Tyson, post-fight after the Roy Jones Jr. fight. And I've listened to this entire interview at least 10 times at this point, man, because Mike is such a phenomenal guy, man. Just where he is spiritually and mentally, where he is, how sharp he still is and sharp-witted he still is at 54. And it's like, man, I pray to be half as aware as Mike Tyson is once I hit 54. This video is very important and it resonated a lot because so many of us get caught up in the age of things. So many of us get caught up in where we are from an age perspective, and we allow that to affect where we are from a financial perspective, from a relational perspective, from so many business perspective, from so many perspectives, and we allow it to throw us off. We get off course often because we think about, man, I'm 46 years old. I should have such and such and such and such. And he talked about, before a certain period of time, we didn't know how old we were. Somebody came in, created a calendar and said there are 365 days in a year. You have one birthday every 365-day rotation. You celebrate a new year of life. We get so caught up in that, ladies and gentlemen. And if we take a note from Mike Tyson and we start to look at ourselves as energy and not an age, we start to look at ourselves as what it is that we want to achieve and not as what is it have we not done by a certain age, it will change our perspective. It will change the way that we move. It will change the way that we look at our situation. When you think too much about your age, I promise you, fam, you're aging yourself. The more you think about your age, the more you are aging yourself. And you need to do like Mike and establish a little bit of ego if you don't have the ego. Like my ego, I'm 46 years old, but my ego will not let me think that I'm anything above 19 years old. If we're going to go play basketball, fam, let's go play basketball. I don't care. Yeah, I have a bad knee and my back will twitch on me every now and then, but I'm 19 years old, fam. Whatever that may be, I have the energy of a 19-year-old, fam. So there's nothing that's going to stop me from doing whatever it is that you want to do along with me or what I want to do by myself. You're not an age, you're energy. Where is your energy focus? What have you focused your energy on? Maybe you have not accomplished the life that you want to accomplish, not because of how you're aging, but because of how you're using your energy. Energy can be a force that pushes you, or energy could be a force that restrains you. And guess what? Your energy is all in your mind. It's all in your mind. So either you're doing this and you're pushing through and you're leaning into the finish line of your next goals, or you're becoming an opposing force to yourself and you're pushing yourself behind the starting line. to the point where you never even start. You have to focus your energy. You can do anything that you set your mind and your energy towards, fam. You can have the life that you dream of if you just start to use your energy in a positive manner. It's okay to have an ego. I know we live in a society right now where people shun those of us that are in tune and attached to our ego. I have some videos of Kanye West coming up soon, and Kanye West is purely driven by ego, right? He's purely driven by ego, but I admire that as well. So if you don't have your ego in check, you need to get your ego in check and turn that ego into energy so that you can move. Turn that ego into energy so that you can move. Everything needs to be regulated and delegated, if you will. You still have to regulate your ego. You can't allow your ego to control you, but you control your ego, which in turn will control your energy. And your energy, just like anything else, will take you anywhere you want to go. Energy will take a rocket to the moon. And if pure energy would take a rocket to the moon, where will it take you in your life? What's the moon of your life? What's the moon of your life? Get your mind right, get your energy right, and let's go. Antonio Starr, y'all have a great one. Peace.